Hey, what's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. I just got out of the bath and I wanted to share some insights I had. I have been getting really into internal family systems, which is understanding the different parts and subpersonalities within us. I've always not always I've been into this for a long time. Parts integration, which is a neuro linguistic programming NLP exercise, but I'm getting more and more into it because I really feel that it is something that I want to tap into and bring in the cognitive functions even more than what I have been doing with the role playing model of like members questing in a party and working together and stuff like that. I decided to talk to my eighth function of introverted thinking just to see what happens. I'll go all the way to the demonic archetypal energy, I guess, and I'll talk to it. We'll see what happens. So I decided to meditate a little bit on that and bring out this image of TI, of how I represent it. I have a name for it, Teruthian. If you've been into the website and anything like that, you'll know I kind of made backstories for all the different functions and stuff. And he was just clouded in like darkness. Couldn't really see. It was kind of scary, I suppose. As the demonic function, you would kind of assume that. But yeah, so I was like, okay, well, how do I talk to this guy? Right? I don't necessarily want to approach TI. And so I was looking within different parts of myself because there's always a protector, and there's an exile, and different types of characters that are going back and forth trying to protect you from whatever bad experiences that part will bring out. Sometimes it's misguided, and that's why you want to build rapport and talk to those parts within you about this. I know this video is a little strange, but I'm okay with that. I was like, okay, it's dark and kind of fuzzy, and I felt there was one like part of me that had this angst about it, so I asked that part to step aside. Then an airplane came by, and in real life, that's what's going on over there. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm still kind of feeling some sort of way about TI. I can't really see it. It's dark. I don't really know. And that's not good also, because you want to be in a position of being in self, which is compassionate, curious, caring, and there was still some sort of tension within there. There's got to be another part blocking. So I figured that it was this darkness that's actually like shining the light in another direction, or kind of shining like some dark, or putting some dark fog over TI that makes it so I'm not good at dealing with it and incorporating TI elements into my life, which I'm not. I'm really bad at. I decided to talk to that part. I was like, hey man, like what's going on? I went through a bunch of different questions. One was, what does that darkness part think TI is going to do if that darkness part is not protecting me and not shading the area? And it responded that it's going to hurt me. TI is going to hurt me in some way. And that's usually the case. There's some sort of like, it's a fear of being hurt, a fear of reliving some negative energy or experience or whatever it is. So I was like, okay, well, like, why do you find that? Why do you think that's the case? And I instantly got hit with a flashback memory of me. Oh man, what grade was I in? Maybe middle school. Buying some food at like a Subway or some sort of like kind of restaurant, fast food joint like that. And when I was doing it, I was trying to get like some sort of smart calculation of the change that I need to pay in order to get back the some cool amount. This is how I think about math. And I remember the staff telling me like, what are you doing? You're awful at math. What is going on? Where do you go to school? Like, really tell me. I want to know where you go to school so that I never send my kids there. This was the staff at a fast food joint telling me that when I'm a little kid, trying to get back, like, I don't know, 75 cents or whatever it was. And yeah, so I got hit with that flashback. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, that did happen. And that, I feel, was that darkness protecting me from more experiences like that. I'm awful with math. I know I am. But that darkness part still thinks that I'm a child. And it's still trying to protect me from that experience, from that semi-traumatic incident. Okay? And so I was like, okay, well, just, do you mind stepping aside a little bit, part within me, darkness, and letting me talk to T.I. Letting me get to know T.I. a little bit better, because I feel that it's going to help me out, help all of us out in our life, in our mission, what we're trying to do, our purpose. And it was like, yeah, sure. And it's kind of like, boom, zipped away in this like smoke trail, right? Kind of Nocturne from League of Legends type thing. It was just gone. It was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. I'm okay with it. Like, I trust you now that you're realizing this thing. Actually, before that, I did explain that, I am 33 years old right now. I'm almost 34. I'm an old man, right? Like, I'm okay. I don't need to be sheltered from this anymore. This is an experience that I can have again. And it's actually something that I need to have. I need to get better at it, which is, why I've been, trying to get better at math recently, intentionally. And so, yeah, then he wisped away and I went over to approach T.I. And as I got closer, the fog, the darkness kind of drifted away, and it was this skinny, kind of older guy, looked like Einstein a little bit, as an INTP. It's kind of what came about. And he was just extremely happy to see me. He's been surrounded in darkness for a very long time and was very welcoming. And I was able to go up and approach and have a nice conversation with him and be like, it's time for you to teach me about T.I., about the things that I've been really distancing myself from in a lot of ways. I've always just been like, I don't do math, and I let somebody else do it. It's not something I do. And I know T.I. isn't all about math, but that is one example of how my ability to connect pieces of logic and data points and categorize them in nice, clean, clear ways, I'm just not good at it. Okay, so that's, we talked a little bit about it within me, and then I was like, group hug, bring it in for the real deal. I hugged the old man in my mind, and went off and was like, okay, it's time to, get out of this meditation and bring in that. I was like, if you ever need me, if you ever have anything for me to learn, I'm ready to listen now. Now that I'm this age, now that this guardian protector energy of darkness is out drinking pina coladas on a lawn chair, which it was in my mind. And that's it. So anyway, I felt that I wanted to share this because there's a lot of cool things that you can do with talking to the parts within you. Talking to personalized, personified images of the cognitive functions and where they sit within you and the different emotional archetypal energies that are attached to those. If you don't know all about it, I think it's fine. I think you can still start talking to your auxiliary function or your dominant function or tertiary or inferior and get to know them a little bit better, because there's a lot of cool insights that will come about if you're open to it. I know not everybody does this stuff. Not everybody wants to do this stuff, and that's fine. But if it is something that you're curious about, I suggest you look up IFS, Internal Family Systems, and parts integrated, which I've talked a little bit about before. And maybe it's something that I'm going to talk a little bit about more in some of the later videos. So anyway, let me know if you actually watched all this video and you have some thoughts on it, or you've done the exercise yourself. Please let me know. Keep me updated. Give me some comments and feedback, all right? All right, thank you very much for watching. Good luck, have fun. Peace.